Ask a Counselor Forum, NID Housing Counseling Agency. It's yours truly, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Pasker, Rob Pasker. Um, a lot of you know if you're following me right now, if you're watching on my YouTube or you're watching on my Facebook, it's probably because you already know who it is and what it be. It's Rob P. NID Housing Counseling Agency. I gotta get my vibes right. Here we go. If you're watching right now, do me a favor, like, share, comment. If you're watching right now, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. Because it's time. So if you don't know who we are, NID Housing Counseling Agency is a HUD intermediary. It's an affiliate organization of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. You see the Realtis shirt here. You know what it is. And if you don't know, you better get familiar. And we are a HUD certified housing counseling agency that provides education to the people to help people with their housing needs. We have many different services, pre-purchase, post-purchase. We help people prevent foreclosure. We deal with eviction, homelessness, all of that. And so we have programming and classes for the community to help people with their housing needs. And with that being said, tonight is one of those classes, the Ask a Counselor Forum. And you're here for it. You're here for it. And this is your chance to ask me anything in regards to housing. So I'm going to let you get settled in. If you're watching right now, hit that like button. Let me hit that share button. Hit that comment button. If you got some questions you want to come on camera, let me know. I'll shoot you the link. We can get you on camera. Have a real conversation up in this thing. One time for the one time. But I'm sharing. And I encourage you all to share. Shout out to my Detroit Lions because we up right now. Yeah. I got my song right now. This is one of my favorite beats right now. I kind of want to do something to it. So I'm sharing this. Do me a favor, share this in groups. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm gonna go once I see some ones in the chat. That's when I'm gonna get started, because until then, I can just chill and vibe out. One time for the one time. So I'm sharing it to groups. If you really love me, share it to the groups. Hey. What's up? Hey, what's happening? Yeah. Okay. What's cracking? We talking about some housing, yeah. Yep. Get that housing help live. Ask me anything. This the Animal Crossing beach, y'all. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm sharing it to my Facebook groups. We live on Facebook. We live on YouTube. I messed around. I didn't get my other devices because I need to be live on TikTok because they love me on TikTok. They love me on TikTok. If you're watching right now, put a one in the chat. I do have questions prepared, but I would rather answer the questions of the people. Ask me questions because it makes it better. It makes it way better if you ask questions. Boom. Hey. Tap in now. Hey, we tapping in now. Hey. Come on. All right. I guess I'll get into it. I do want to let y'all know before I get into it, NID is an affiliate of, like I said, the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. which is the largest and oldest minority trade association in the country. And we are comprised of the premier Black real estate professionals and our allies. And here, the local board is having a masquerade. It's our second annual masquerade. It's happening on November 4th. Good food, good music, good people. We got the games. The pit boss is going to be there with the casino game. It's a fundraiser for the realtors to support our programming and our mission of fighting for democracy and housing in Northwest Ohio, educating the people, investing in our leaders here in Northwest Ohio. That's what this is about. So we going up, and we want you to be there. I'm looking for the dang on flyer, y'all. We're going up, and we want you to be there. So be there and don't be square. If you're watching right now, I don't know you're watching because I need a comment. I need some one. I need to see some ones in the chat. I'm not going until I get some ones in the chat. It's as simple as that. So let me know what it is and what it be. It's Robbie P and the place to be with NID. Yep. Hey. Put some ones in the chat. Like, share, comment, put some ones in the chat. I see y'all watching. I see you lurking. I see you lurking. I see you lurking. I don't know about y'all. This beat be riding for me. I need to know who with me, because I'm not going until y'all let me know you rocking with me. In the meantime, let me find this masquerade flyer so I can show y'all. I hope all is well, y'all. We're into the fall now. It's a whole new season. We've been in the fall. It's been going down. Hey. Boom, 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 boom. Need to know who rocking with me tonight. Send me questions, because this is for the public. I got time. I made time for y'all, you know, because people ask me questions all day. But you can ask me a question and I can answer it for everybody. So try to kill multiple birds with one stone, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So if you're watching right now, let me know that you're watching. Let me know that you're with me. Let me know that you're with me, because I like that energy. Hey, okay, hey. There's a lot going on. Shout out to the realtors, y'all. Shout out to the realtors. Trunk or treat coming up. Masquerade coming up. Get your tickets. Get your mask. Now's the time. Get your mask. Get on Amazon. Get wherever you go. Get your masquerade mask. Come dressed to impress. I'm gonna drop a graphic for y'all. All right, I guess I'll get into it. Let's go. Let's go. Since nobody has questions for me, nobody's going to entertain me with questions, or no one's going to entertain me with even putting a one in the chat. Entertain me with questions. Yeah, it's cool. No love lost, y'all. No love lost. But I'm going to do it because somebody going to watch it. Somebody going to catch it, right? Yeah. All right. Question number one. This is for, it's a lot of people out there. There goes one like, shout out to Sherelle. Let's get it. If you got questions while you're watching, there it is. Shout out to Faith Smith. Faye Smith, y'all, one of my favorite lenders in the city, hands down. Faye already know that, and it is what it is because Faye take care of the people, and that's what's important. She take care of the people at Fifth Third Bank with her products, with her transparency, with her execution. Get with Faye if you got questions about getting a mortgage. Get with Faye. Get with Faye Smith. Me and Faye been rocking for some years in the business. Keep doing what you're doing, Faye. Keep doing what you're doing, Faye. And if y'all rocking with me, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you got a question for me. Faye, if you got any questions, or if there's anything you think that people need to know, you let me know. I send you a link you can hop on, or I could just put in the comments. We talk about it. My guy Dean Westbrook's in the building. Dean Westbrook, Huntington Bank in the building. Shout out to Dean, man. Listen, I don't even know. I can't even speak on the Titans. I haven't paid much attention to the Titans this year. Haven't paid too much attention to the Titans this year. I just know y'all not the Lions, right? And I don't think we play either, so I kind of think like y'all are irrelevant. I hope your team is doing well for your sake, because it's not like we got to see y'all unless y'all make it to the Super Bowl, which, hey, never say never, right? Never say never. Shout out to Sherelle Dulaney, one of the most ambitious people I know. How she got a master's, and she's in school to be a doctor, and she's in school to be an appraiser. I don't know how she does it, but she does it. So shout out to her. Shout out to Sherelle, holding it down. All right, so let me go ahead. Let me get into this first question. Okay, hold on. My man Dean said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, hey, man, it's hard to not be a Lions fan. If you're in the area, I just don't understand why you wouldn't be a Lions fan. Like, it's right here. It's literally 50 minutes away. You can like any team in the world, but you should also have a special place in your heart for the Detroit Lions. So, like, this is about the only year I'm going to allow people. This is the only year I'm going to allow people to say, oh, I always like the Lions. That's it. After this year, if you want to say you like the Lions after this year, it's a wrap. Don't come over here now that we up. Back then, they didn't want us. Now we hot. They all on us. Mike Jones. But I respect somebody that's passionate about their team. Shout out to the Titans and all the Titan fans. Nate Washington, Toledo Super Bowl champ. Come on now. All right, let's get into it. See, that's what I'm talking about. I need some of that energy, y'all. Let's get into it. If you got any questions, holler at me. Hey. Okay, so first and foremost, what is a housing counselor? I mean, what's the process of becoming a homeowner? It's just knowledge is power and power is change. If you do it right, the first thing that you do is meet with that housing counselor. Here at NID, we are a housing counseling agency. We will sit down with you, look at your financial profile, look at your income, look at your expenses, look at your income, look at expenses, look at your credit, look at your debt, and put together an itemized action plan, spelling out literally exactly what you need to do to position yourself for a mortgage. We're going to look at your credit report to let you know what stands out or what you can do to get a higher score. And we also let you know what you qualify to purchase based off your debt to income ratio. So by the time you get done with the counseling session, you have all the information that you need. You can have educated conversations with the other partners in the transaction, like a agent or broker or a lender or a title company for that matter, or an inspector for that matter, because we go through all of that, especially in our home buyer education program. This is a class that we have every fourth Saturday, which touches on the whole topic, every topic of buying a home, fair housing, getting a mortgage, credit, budgeting, how do you purchase a home, how do you maintain a home, how do you avoid foreclosure, all of that. Once you come to the class and you come to the workshop or the workshop in the counseling, you get your certificate that you can use to get whatever down payment assistance that you qualify for. Income interest rate reduction programs as well. So come and get it. Go to nidlucascounty.com. My man Dean said, who need pre-approvals tonight? Hey man, Dean, you might want to tell him about it. Put some in the chat, or you can come on. Huntington has some bomb programs, y'all, and I will let y'all know that they are a sponsor of the Greater Toledo Realtors Association, so much love to them. If you want to let us know, Dean, about the programs that y'all offer, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come up here and let them know, because we get jiggy with we rocks with Huntington. Absolutely. So that's what we do as a housing counseling agency, and that's just on the home buying side. Because if you just need budget counseling, we got that. If you just need credit counseling, don't go pay somebody $100 a month when you can come here for free and do it yourself. Come on now. That's all I'm saying. Well, if you want to pay somebody, you want to support a business, hey. You want to give your money away, hey, I ain't gonna stop you. But I will give you that game and that knowledge to empower you to do it yourself. Ultimately, that's what it's about. Empowering the people, economic empowerment. And that's what NID was built on. The economic empowerment from the grassroots level. Ain't nobody coming to save us, y'all. We got to do it ourselves. And I'm here and we're here to provide a resource center so that our people can empower ourselves, for us, by us. And that's what it's about. Because if you're not empowering yourself economically, what are you doing? You have to be. If you're not empowering yourself, if you're not continually working to economically liberate yourself and your family, you're accepting a life of servitude. You're accepting a life of less than, because the world, everything around us, inflation, the cost of living is going up. The waters are rising. So if you're not positioning yourself, if you're not actively working to increase your income, to increase your assets, you're falling behind, because that the cost of $1 today, 5 years from now, is not going to be as much. So you can have the money now, but if you're not actively working to increase your income, increase your assets, you might be straight now, but as the cost of living goes up, you won't be good moving forward. So this is an act of vigilance. This is an act of revolution to economically empower yourself. It truly is. And so with that being said, owning property is one of the fastest ways that people become millionaires. It's the fastest way people build wealth. It's not even about becoming a millionaire. It's about increasing your net worth. And home ownership, owning your home, living in your home, is the way that most Americans build their net worth. And so that's why I'm so passionate about it. That's why I'm so passionate. Shout out to Sherelle, Dr. Dulaney Lodi. All right. Hey, absolutely. Homeownership is wealth generation. And you want to talk statistics, you take away the top 10% of wealthy Americans. And this comes from the Federal Reserve. You can look it up. I don't make this stuff up. But over 60% of the wealth in America comes from owner-occupied properties, meaning that most people's net worth comes from them just paying their mortgage every month. That's pretty much it. You pay your mortgage. You pay down the principal of the loan, meaning that every time you make a payment, that principal payment, that's like you putting money in the bank, because guess what? You just stacked up some bread. You just stacked up some bread. All right, but then you have appreciation. Property values rise. So as you maintain your home over time, the value of property goes up over time. Yeah, if we have a crash or something, it might go down, but that's only happened like maybe twice in since the 1930s, for real. So yeah, if you don't own your home, what are you doing? I know what you're doing. You probably feel the squeeze of rental rates going up. That's what you're doing. You're feeling the squeeze of rental rates going up, and they're going to continue to go up and continue to go up. But guess what? Those people that bought a house, that principal and interest payment, that monthly payment they're paying, is going to stay the same, while everybody around them that's renting is paying more to live where they're already living. But hey, you try to tell people, and then it's like, oh, now interest rates are up. Now interest rates are up. I can't buy now. Oh, you better buy now because you think they're going down. No, interest rates aren't going down no time soon. And property value is going up. So it's going to become more expensive. I've seen people wait themselves out of becoming a homeowner, because they could have got a decent house for $80,000. Now trying to get a decent house for $80,000 is a struggle. $80,000 is an investment property in Toledo now. There's people with cash that's coming into Toledo and purchasing these properties straight up with cash. That's what's happening right now, y'all. And the house is on fire, y'all. And I hope y'all take care. I'm hoping y'all take care of yourselves. And if you're not, if you need an extinguisher, we're here. NID Housing Counseling Agency is here offering free services to help you get yourself in order. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the hearts. If you really love me, share it. Share it, and then not only just share it, but share it to your favorite group, and share it. Let's get some more people in, because this is for the people. This is for the people. Shout out to my brother Washington Muhammad. Shout out to my brother Washington Muhammad. He know what it is and what's up. For the people, man. CSRN in the building. My guy Jason Lavoy, he know what it is. Shout out to all the UAW. Shout out to all the auto workers that's striking. I know people got things to say about them, but at the end of the day, this is America, and people got to stand up for what they believe in. And people got to stand up for themselves and fight for themselves and their family. Me being someone who was raised in a union household, I can appreciate them standing up to get what they feel is theirs. So I support the union workers. I hope they get it. I hope they get it. And not only do I hope, I think they'll make it out good. They'll make it out good. Especially in a place like Toledo, Ohio. This manufacturing is one of the top 3 employers in the city. It drives our economy. Because it's not just about, Chrysler. It's not just about Stellantis building the vehicles. You have so many companies in Northwest Ohio that create parts that get shipped to them. So it really drives our economy here. And when our economy is driven, that means people are buying houses, and I'm happy for that. So I'm here to support. Shout out to all the auto union workers out here holding it down. Amen. Mr. Gant had his house anniversary. Him and his beautiful wife had their house anniversary. I don't even know. It had to be like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Talking about equity, I'm pretty sure you're sitting on some beautiful equity right now for what you bought that house for when you bought it versus now. I'm sure it's probably gone up a good 30, 40, maybe even $50,000 worth of value. So I'm happy. I'm happy to see the house still working for y'all, and it's a blessing, man. I received the prayer that you had for me. I received all of that, and I'm happy to see that. Happy to see that. Shout out. We got another one. Faye Smith, the veterans. Hey, veterans is coming up. And hey, Faye, we got to put something on the books. Veterans, home ownership for veterans coming soon. Stay tuned. We're going to do a home ownership for veterans. It's coming soon. Home ownership for Veterans Day. So stay tuned for that. It's coming. Shout out to the veterans. That VA loan, I was in the training last night about the VA loans. And if you are a veteran and you haven't used your VA loan, what are you doing? Let's talk about it. That's what we're here for. Let's talk about that, because the VA loan, first of all, is 0 down. There's no maximum purchase limit, and there's also no minimum credit score. Now, different banks may have standards, but VA doesn't. People with a 600, 580 can use a VA loan if their credit is in order. You can use VA to purchase multifamily property. It's a lot to it. You can use. I learned about VA's interest rate reduction refinance. It's deep, but all that to say, if you're a veteran, you haven't used your VA, what are you doing? And for 2, if you are a veteran and you already used your VA, you can use the VA again. Yeah, shout out to Faye. Hey, VA loans are the best loans, and y'all got to use them. Use them if you got them. If you're a spouse of someone that's military and that person's passed away, then you can still get the VA loan. It's transferable. It's a lot of misconceptions surrounding the VA loan. So gotta get it, man. Gotta get it. Hey, so if y'all got any questions, I'm gonna move on to the next question. All right, let's see. Let me see. Okay. How can I protect myself from housing-related scams and fraud? How can I protect myself from housing-related fraud and scams? All right. You got to ask yourself, when do they pop up? And they pop up in different scenarios. For the people that are becoming homeowners, you'll see scams pop up in the sense of when you buy a house, you get the deed recorded with the county. You'll see people start to mail you like, hey, get a copy of your deed, pay this much money to get a copy of your deed. You want a copy of your deed. You don't have to do that. But there are people that are going to send postcards when you buy your house, and they're going to say, pay this money to get a copy of your deed. A copy of the deed is free. It's free. So that's, I mean, that's a simple scam. Yeah, they might scam you out of like $80. You have that. But you know, you see a lot of scams start to really pop up when it comes to people in foreclosure. People who are behind on their mortgage at a certain point that becomes public knowledge. And once it becomes public knowledge with a list pendens, which is when that foreclosure is filed with the courts, it becomes public knowledge, and anybody looking for people that are behind or down or going through something can find them and target them. So you'll see people sending letters about, hey, get foreclosure assistance. First things first, if you're in that situation, it's okay. It happens. It happens in America. The best thing you can do is communicate with your lender. That's the first thing you can do. And also speak with a housing counselor such as myself. Secondly, you should not be paying anybody for advice. You should not be paying anybody for help to help you save your home. That's the first thing. If you're in foreclosure and someone is telling you to pay them money to help you save your home, don't do it. If you're in foreclosure and someone says, give me the deed, I'll let you keep your house. Sign the house over to me, I'll let you keep it. None of that. How do you prevent? Talk to a housing counselor. Talk to your lender. It's as simple if you're in foreclosure. Okay, this is a good question, Jason. Jason, this is a great question. What do you think about a HELOC right about now? My equity is, woo, I bet it is. Here, I bet it is. Now, for those that don't know, a HELOC is a home equity line of credit. It is a way for a person to utilize the equity in their home without refinancing. Basically, whatever you have as far as equity, there are banks out here that will go up to 80% loan to value. They'll give you 80% of the equity that you have on a credit card, on a line of credit. So, okay, just to keep it plain, and for those that don't know, equity is basically how much of the house you own, ownership. You have the value of the property. After you subtract how much you have to pay the lender back, that's pretty much whatever's left over. So let's just say you have a $100,000 house. I'll keep it real simple for you. $50,000. You owe the lender $50,000. So that means you have $50,000 worth of equity. There are banks. Now, every bank is different, whether it's 60% loan to value, whether it's 80%. I've even seen a 90% loan to value on a HELOC. But let's just say it's an 80% loan to value. So if you have $50,000 of equity, if you have $50,000 worth of equity, that means 80% of that is going to be 40%. So 40,000. So someone would get a bank, if it's 80%, they'll give you a $40,000 credit card that you can use as you wish. Now, if you're doing HELOCs, for one, be aware of the monthly payment, because you have a minimum payment. If you're going to take out money on it, make sure that you can budget and afford the minimum payment on that. That's the first thing, the budget piece. And then secondly, if you're going to take out equity, make sure that you're being intentional with the equity. I say we use credit to purchase assets. Use credit to build wealth. Don't use credit to just, toys. If you want to really spend your equity to buy toys, go buy a boat or get vehicles or trips or whatever, it's your prerogative, it's your life. But me personally, I would suggest taking that equity and using it to purchase other property, using it to purchase assets, preferably tax advantage, income producing assets if you're going to go and tap into your equity. Some people tap into their equity to upgrade their home, to raise the property value of their home. So Faye Smith says, Jason, I would ask the lender to run a scenario for a cash out refi versus a HELOC and find out which is better for your scenario. HELOC rates are increasing right now, so that's something to keep in mind. So when we talk about that monthly payment, you gotta know what you're paying monthly first and foremost, and does it work for you? Or because the other option is, like Faye said, you could refinance the loan. So let's say I bought the house, I paid down my mortgage to $50,000, but I bought it 5 years ago. Now the house is worth $130,000. So now, if the loan is at $50,000 and the home is worth $130,000, If I refinance my loan, which means I cash out refi, I restart my loan, the bank is going to cash me out, give me a check for about $80,000 and start my loan over back at $130,000. And so then again, you got this liquid cash that you can use to do what you want now. Be smart. Use credit to purchase an asset or to upgrade an asset or to build wealth. But that's one thing that I think people need to learn and do is be more intentional using the equity that we have in our properties, because it is sitting there. And I'm not saying you have to. I mean, it's good to just have it as a rainy day fund. In the case that something happens with you or your family, you know that you'll be set because you got this equity. But also, you get to a certain point where use the equity to increase your own wealth, purchase assets. Cash is king, but credit is power. And with that type of equity, you can change your life. Use a slice of your home to pay for or buy your dream. Yeah. I would say use your slice of your home to purchase something that'll help you buy your dream. Yep. A HELOAN is good option as well. I need to learn more. Faye, you got to teach about that. I don't know about the HELOANs. That's new to me. That's new to me. But yeah, Jason, we here for you. Like I said, you got some professionals. Faye know what's up. She's at Fifth Third Bank. She'll give it to you straight. But she's also gentle with it too, so you'll be all right. And then we got my man Dean at Huntington. Yeah, okay, we got a good one. Sherelle says, do you have to obtain an appraisal for a HELOC or refinance? Yes, you do. So it's just like getting another loan. Let's get another loan. And when you get a loan, you have to have an appraiser go out to the property to tell the bank how much the home is worth. So the bank is mitigating their risk. They don't want to give you too much money for the property. So you absolutely have to have an appraisal, whether you do a HELOC or a refinance. So, but that was a really good question, Jason, because one thing, studies show that Black people do not use equity like other demographics do. So if you're going to use it, be smart about it. Be smart about it. Yeah, be very smart, because once it's gone, it's gone. But that's the beauty of home ownership. You can use your house like a bank at a certain point. That was a bomb question. Great question. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. Let me know. He said, I got my appraisal done. I was going to refinance, but that starting over at this value is crazy to me. Yeah. Especially not just at that value, but at the interest rate of today. Because I can imagine if you bought, I don't know when you bought, but I'm sure you had something in the 3s or 4s when you bought. And to see interest rates up into the 7s right now, that is asinine. But at the same time, we got to keep in mind that that's still not bad historically, because you go back to the 90s, early 2000s, they was hitting for like 9, 10, 12% interest. So it's still good, but that's just something you got to do is weigh the scales. Because like I said, that monthly payment on that HELOC, I'm pretty sure that's going to be higher than a monthly payment if you were to just, because if you do the HELOC, you still have to pay your mortgage. You still have to pay your mortgage on the HELOC, in addition to the minimum payment on the HELOC. At least if you refinance, you're just paying your monthly mortgage. And it may be higher now, but you're still paying your monthly mortgage. So that's why Faye said you should have your lender do an analysis, a scenario analysis, whether you do a cash out refi versus a HELOC. Because those are both options, and you got to go with what works best for you. Absolutely. Oh yeah. So what's up? Any more? I guess I can do one more. Maybe not though. Maybe I won't. I'm not gonna do another one. I'm not doing it. Yeah, but I appreciate you all rocking with me tonight. I just wanted to come on here and spend some time, about a half an hour, just dropping jewels, giving information about housing and what's going on. At the end of the day, there are resources here. There are people here in Northwest Ohio and abroad. There are realtors that are here to help you and be a resource. And I'm going to let you know, don't be intimidated. It's okay to not know. It's okay to not know, but we've positioned ourselves in a way to help you, fill in the gaps for you, and be comfortable doing so. So anything, any questions, holler at me for a housing counseling session, whether that's pre-purchase, post-purchase, whether that's HELOC, whether you're trying to avoid foreclosure, whatever have you. If it's about housing, hit the link in my bio, schedule a housing counseling session. Or we can just chop. Realtors coming up. We have a trunk or treat coming up on the 27th. Fifth Third Bank out Glendale. Shout out to Faye Smith. And we have our masquerade ball. I mean, best dress. Come with your dress. Get your mask on Amazon. I'm telling you, it's a party with the purpose, with the emphasis on party. It's going to be good food, good music, good people. We're going to have the pit boss with about 5 different casino games. We're going to have prizes, silent auctions, and we're raising money for the Greater Toledo Realtors Association in the name of fighting for democracy and housing, providing more programming for our city, and also investing into our local leaders, getting them to the national convention so they can bring back information and opportunities to the people here. So we want to see you there. Be there. Don't be square. It's going down. And I'm back, y'all. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm back. I'll be back. I'll keep it coming. I gotta keep it coming for the people because it is what it is. Anytime, Sherelle, anytime. And until next time, y'all hold it down. Peace.